chief must be here.
Well, energy drink.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm calling to order the Stevensville Town Council meeting agenda for Thursday, August 14th, 2025 at 6:30 PM. Janelle, will you please take the roll?
Councilmember Barker. Here. Councilmember Bryant. Here. Councilmember Smith.
Here.
And Councilmember Brown.
Here.
Mayor Michelson is at a training.
Yes, and excused. Everybody stand for the pledge of allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any public comments on any items that are not on the agenda tonight?
Slide right past you, I'm sorry.
Sure thing. Howdy, my name is Jim Kelkoffen, and if I put my right glasses on, I'll be able to tell you exactly what words I have on this paper. Want to make just a brief statement from me personally and from the owners in Creekside Meadows HOA. I am president of the HOA. The issue is a small parcel of land. It's actually a right-of-way that extends from the cul-de-sac at the west end of Birch Lane to the fence where a gate opens onto 2nd Street. Creekside owners are adjoining property owners on the north side of the fence. County property owners live on the south side of the fence. The corridor has been maintained by Creekside neighbors for the past year by the HOA. It is a walking and bicycling path used daily by residents on both sides of the fence. It is important that this piece, as tiny as it is, remain in the public domain. If anybody ever comes before this council and tries to claim it and take it private, remember me tonight saying a big fat no. Thank you. And just to make sure, I'm going to give you each a copy of my brief comments and a map or a plat that shows exactly where it is. I've highlighted it in yellow, and I'll give this to each of the council members. And my favorite public clerk.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Wally.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
And the council president. How would you give this to Greg if you would, please?
Of course.
Can I use your pen to do that? Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Do we have any other public comments on anything not on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on. Can I get a motion to approve the budget workshop minute meetings for 7/9/2025? Councilmember Barker.
I make a motion to approve budget workshop meeting minutes from 7/9/2025.
Do I have a second? Councilmember, great.
I second.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any discussion by the council?
Stevensville Town Council meeting agenda for Thursday, August 14th, 2025, 6:30.
Not many people know how to run that. That's Word documents there, Stacy, that's pretty good. I never done that before, I just scrolled it up. You can call that a happy accident.
Any discussion by the council? I just have one quick one on, well, page 8 or page 5 of the minutes for that particular one. Under my comments, it should have been, let me find it again. A possible chance that, Glenn won't be needed, and when is the next meeting? We have Great Falls in there. That's it, the correction. For correction.
What is your correction that you'd like in there?
It should be, when is the next meeting? Instead of, it says, when is the next, is Great Falls, the next meeting, is all. Is the council good? Is there any comments about the budget workshop, minutes from Chief Motley?
Yeah. Looking through those minutes, was the fire department's budget discussed at that meeting? I was unable to attend. I was out of town that night. I didn't see if there was anything in the minutes about the fire department's budget being discussed. I thought it was on the docket to be discussed at that meeting, but I know that there's been changes made to my proposed budget, but
I don't remember it being on the second.
it was just water and sewer that was talked about.
I believe so. I think yours was August.
Yours was discussed at August 7th meeting, Joe.
So what,
The August
7th?
7th meeting?
Yeah, I was out of town then,
Right, and those minutes aren't even in here yet.
and the minutes we're talking about tonight or what night?
7
These are seven like July.
So July 9th.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we have any other comments? Janelle, will you please take the vote?
Councilmember Barker?
Aye.
Councilmember Bragg?
Aye.
Councilmember Smith?
Aye.
And Councilmember Brown?
Aye. Moving on, can I have a motion to approve the town council meeting minutes for July 24th, 2025? Councilmember Smith.
I move to accept town council meeting minutes for 7/24/2025.
Can I have a second?
Second the motion.
Thank you. Do we have any comments from the council?
Are you viewing it in the packet?
What's that?
Are you viewing it in the agenda packet? Or on, no, it's, this keeps getting stuck.
It's frozen.
Is the council ready? Is there any comments from the public on the town council meeting minutes for July 24th, 2025? Seeing none, Janelle, can you take the vote?
Councilmember Barker?
Aye.
Councilmember Bragg?
Aye.
Councilmember Smith?
Aye.
And Councilmember Brown?
Aye. We'll move on to approval of biweekly claims, and with the the council permission, I have one council member who would like to pull one or two of them out. Um,
Should we have the
motion
motion first?
motion first, okay.
I move to accept the biweekly claims number 19818, 19820, 19822 through 19854, 19856 through 19871.
Can I second? We have a second, any questions by the council? Councilman Member Barker.
I have several different claims. 19834, this is through the Visa bank statements. It says docking station for PD. What is the docking station for $242.37?
So the docking stations are for the police department's top books, and when they bring the top books in here, they need a docking station to be able to hook up to the
Okay.
computers.
The other one that I have is on this Costco stamps wholesale. Can you explain that a little bit? Because I see a lot of them on there. I understand there are different departments, but the different pricings that we have on those, some of them were charged like $291 as opposed to $18.90 or $18.19, $72.75.
The reason is because there was a limit on the amount of stamps that we could buy, and so we had to split the cost. You could tell them that because they ordered them for me. And then we ordered a few supplies, along with the Costco.
Yeah.
So, and then each of the stamps have a certain percentage that goes, out of the price too. Oh, you're right, but there were two different orders. And yeah,
Okay.
we had to split up.
Costco on this ordered 10 packs at a time,
And we ordered rate.
and we needed to do right. And I know that the rate had gone up, and I understand, so making sure that we did that, and I appreciate that. I also have, under the Visa statements, which was 7 for Amazon, chairs for the pool for $629.99.
Yes, those were donated by First Security Bank. And so we ordered the chairs when we received that check.
Okay. Steve Hardware, we have several shovels for $31.04. Did we run out of shovels or did we?
Which one is that?
It is the backside of the Visa claims from Steve Hardware on page number 30.
No, they were just split between the funds. I think there were 3 shovels.
4 shovels.
Well, not 4, but we took the total amount and we split them between the different departments.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay, and then I have claim number 19846, which is MMIA liability program, deductible for services rendering a personal matter for $1,500. Is this something that we would need to discuss in a closed meeting on that, or we?
No, it's a personal matter. It's something that I cannot discuss.
Okay. And then I have one more, which is number 19856, Overstreet Law Group. We have attorney public records request for $561. Why is our attorney doing public request records and getting charged for them, I guess?
Yeah, so we received a public records request from Jim Cruz that asked for all of the business licenses and building permits for 2025 and the last 100 resolutions, which was not an issue. But the building licenses and the building permits were, because there's a lot of personal information on that. And my question to Greg was, what do we do with that? You know, it's for me, getting out that public information was kind of it's personal information on those things. And so, I asked Greg about that, and there were several, emails and research that had to go along with that. That's why I'm charged with that.
Okay. And then right below it, Birch Lane, the 594, what is Birch Lane?
That is what, Jim was just discussing, I believe.
That was, okay,
The one that, okay,
gotcha.
And that also is gonna be a pass-through. I'm gonna bill the attorney, so we should be refunded about $594.
Okay.
And that was to, vacate the street.
correct, vacating the street,
And that's something that we can bill.
John Kellogg.
Okay, and then the last one was attorney services, all other services, all other. Is that just a combination of everything?
Yeah.
Okay. And then. That was it. Thank you.
Councilmember Smith?
Regarding 19856, I too have the same question that Councilman Barker did, but I also would like to know about the airport for 940. What does that mean? What does that have to do with?
So that has to deal with the issue that we had talked about before in the council with Will
Oh.
the leases and stuff like that.
Who owned the tank, or,
For the fuel tank.
yeah, he's the team.
What did the attorney have to do with that?
A lot. They had to meet with the attorneys, there's some dispute that's going on about the leases. I don't know all the details, but I know that that's what it's about.
Okay, now I too have an issue with the MMIA 1500. It says it's a personnel issue, and I know that MCA says that we can go into a closed door and discuss what that is about.
No, I cannot discuss that. I'm sorry, it's a personnel matter, and I cannot discuss that.
Yes, we can.
No, sir, we cannot.
Well, then you get a no vote from me on that one. Okay.
We can pull that claim out and do a new motion. We pull that claim out and it can be after the attorney reviews it. If we can, we can, if we can't, we
I will
can't.
move that we pull that claim out, discuss it later. Right, at new business.
Any other questions from the council? I have a question, on claim number 19871, for the Water XYZ LLC. It's for $9,500. I know that was part of our, money. Have we gotten a report back is my question.
It just came in today. Yes,
Okay, so we will be having that,
it'll be, yes, it will come out, yes.
okay? And then I had one other question, if I can find it. It was question on, claim number 19828, for the towing of the sweeper or transporting the sweeper. I thought did that include the discount that he said he'd give us, under resolution
530, I believe.
5? Well, we disposed of property 570, and that he was going to give us a discount of $600 off of the, total
We
bill.
received the $600 today.
Oh, so we did receive the
Yep.
600.
Yeah, just today, actually.
So is the invoice, is it 1,180 and we're gonna subtract 600, or we're paying that and we got our 600?
Yes, we paid that and then we got the 600.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any other questions by the council? Is there any questions from the public on the claims? So does the council want to do, table or remove our last motion to approve all the claims and revise it to take out the claim, for 19846? And discuss that at the next council meeting?
Yes, if I made the motion, I guess I'll have to, fix it, so. Let me rescind the motion and put in to approve claims 19818, 19820, 19822 through 19854, 19856 through 19871, less 19846.
But you're rescinding your original, so it should be the same. And then we'll have a new motion.
Okay.
So it would be as it's written on the sheet to rescind. So if you want to do that,
Okay.
and then we'll do a new motion to take out claim 19846.
Okay, so we vote on this, the original motion first.
Yes,
Okay,
to rescind it. So if you would do that, please.
then I move to rescind my motion.
Do I have a second? A second. It was a second by Councilmember Gregg. Janelle, can you please take the vote?
Councilmember Barker? Aye. Councilmember Bragg?
Aye.
Councilmember Smith?
Aye.
And Councilmember Brown?
Aye. Can I have a new motion to approve the claims 19818, 19820, 19822 through 19845, 19847 through 19854, 19856 through claim 19871.
You're making that motion?
No, I'm asking for a motion.
Okay. All right, I'll try it again. I move that we approve claims 19818, 19820, 19822 through 19845, 19847 through 19854, 19856 through 19871, and claim.
Okay, we have a motion to approve claims 19818, 19820, 19822 through 19845, 19847 through 19854, 19856 through 19871. Do I have a second? Seconded by Councilmember Gregg. Do we have any further council discussion? Do we have any comments from the public?
Finance officer.
If you do discuss it, you can't come back to a council meeting, it would have to be in a private meeting,
Right, and it have to be in a closed
in
meeting.
a closed private meeting.
Yes. because it's a personnel matter. Seeing none, no further discussion, Janelle, could you please take the vote?
Councilmember Barker,
Aye.
Councilmember Bragg,
Aye.
Councilmember Smith,
Aye.
and Councilmember Brown.
No. Can I have a motion to table claim number 19846? Councilmember Smith.
I move that we table claim number 19846.
Do I have a second? Councilmember Gray.
I second.
Thank you. We have a first and a second. Do we have any further discussion by the council? Councilmember Bartlett.
From what I understood was this could not, even if it is a personnel issue, we cannot discuss it, plain and simple, especially with HR being involved, so just putting it out there.
Seeing no further discussion from the council, do we have any discussion from the public? Janelle, will you please take the vote to table claim number 19846?
Councilmember Barker? No. Councilmember Brown? Sorry, Councilmember Bragg?
Present. Present.
Councilmember Smith?
Aye.
And Councilmember Brown.
Aye. Moving on to administrative reports. The airport packet is in your packet. Building department's in your packet. Finance department in your packet. And can we have, Jeff, would you like to give your presentation?
So it is in the packet, the monthly report for July. July, we had 78 requests for service. 61 of those 78 were medical calls, shocker. 14 fires, 3 vehicle crashes, 6 mutual aid responses or requests, and 11 missed calls. The 11 missed calls were EMS calls. The question is, why are we missing EMS calls? Well, the answer is pretty simple. We are not manpowered or staffed to make those calls. We don't have people that can respond to those calls during those times when they come up to make those calls. So why don't we have the people? Well, it's a training issue. We need EMTs. Basic EMT class anywhere from $1,200 to $1,800, depending on the organization you take the class from. So as a volunteer, I go out and I pay my money down, I take the class 120 hours worth, and 120 hours for $1,200 or whatever, I'm investing into that to come back to volunteer and give of my time, even more so, back to the community to respond to these calls. So that's why we're just understaffed to make those calls. Yes, we do run in correspondence with Bitterroot Health. That might mean they're coming from Darby. We ran 2 calls last night. We had to wait for an ambulance from Darby. If they would have been a major ALS type call, we would not have waited. We would have loaded them up and we would have transported. Fortunately, they weren't that type of a call, and we were able to wait for Darby ambulance to come to Stevensville. So that's our issue on these missed calls, is we're just understaffed. And the question is, well, how do we staff people? Well, we train people so that they can respond. In the budget meeting the other night, I was not able to attend. I wanted an understanding that all my training money was cut, once again, from my budget, same as the previous year. So for 2 years in a row now, council's not seeing fit to fund training for their fire department. We have 11 missed calls. We had 3 EMTs last year take the class. Traditionally, for the last 27, 8 years, we've always reimbursed for them to take the class once they've attained their certificate. Didn't get to do that last year for those 3 individuals. We're understaffed again, we're still, and that's my understanding. I have no training money for the volunteers to go out and serve the community. EMS is by far, and as you see through all these nights, the biggest thing that the fire department does is provide EMS service and response. Biggest thing by far. If you look at the budget request, it's the smallest thing, or the smallest ask that we ask for, even including the training money to go to that. But that's what gets cut first, is the training dollars. It's pretty clear and evident to me that trained fire department is not a priority for the council. This is 2 years in a row now that we have no training money. We train council members to go do their deal, we train police, we train clerks, we train everybody but the volunteers. I don't know. We gotta do something so that we can provide service. If the budget stays as it was last discussed, and I understand it's not a final approved budget, but if it stays the same, then now we can sustain providing service, especially the medical calls, which are a huge deal when you're waiting for that ambulance to come from Darby. It could be a long wait. Other than that, it's pretty much business as usual. We're sitting at 409 calls at the end of July, and I think I just did the report. 420 something already. We ran 5 calls yesterday. Medical calls, all 5 of them. We waited for Darby out of 2 out of the 5. Because the one right before that was a Stevens ambulance that was gone, and this was a long transport. So we have a medical service issue in the town of Stevensville and the surrounding community that the fire department is trying to serve and fill that void. But we're not getting any help in funding. Plus, we're not getting volunteers that come up and say, yeah, I'll fork out the money, I'll give my time to go ahead and give my time back, because why? Doesn't seem like we're getting help from the council in training these folks, and recruitment and retention is the biggest part that we're not able to meet and keep. I mean, we're down to, I think, 14 members on the roster now. We used to have a full roster, a full company of 28 with a waiting list. We're down to 14 now. I don't know, we gotta do something about it. So, any other questions on the report or anything? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Jack. Moving on, police department, Chief Paul.
Yeah, it's Chair.
All right, good evening. So we just wrapped up the 112th annual crime rate picnic, which from a law enforcement perspective, it went really well. I think we had one issue with a traffic violation. That was an arrestable offense, and that's really the only issue we had during the course of the weekend. So everything went according to plan. Wanted to thank the Ravalli County Sheriff's Office for their support. They provided a horseback patrol on Friday and Saturday, which was something everybody likes to see. Plus it added a police presence to the event. So I wanted to thank those guys and the fire department for all the work that they did and making the event pretty special. So anyway, and as it relates to our new officer on board, I think he's in his seventh week in the field training program, and all is going well. So I wanted to let you guys know that that's where we are with that. He has tentative class date for January for the academy, MLEA up in Helena, so we're looking forward to that. Each of you should have the police department monthly activity report at your disposal there, but I'll go over it for you. July was kind of a busy month. We had 85 calls for service in the month of July. We made 1 arrest. We issued 8 traffic citations. We stopped 18 traffic violators. And the uptick, as far as statistics go for the month of July, would be in the traffic crash or traffic accident section. There's 4 listed in there, but we actually had 5. As I was reviewing the stats, we had 5 traffic accidents in the month of July. We had, I think, 4 or 5 just over the last weekend. And then the Creamery, obviously, we had a couple from that. So next month, August stats, you'll see an increase in traffic accidents as well. Vehicle tows are 0. Homicides, all those significant criminal acts, we're still throwing ghost eggs on the boards, which is good because I think the police presence and the staffing have, assist us in that regard as it relates to major crimes. We had 1 theft, which was investigated and solved. 0 assaults or partner family member assaults. We had 2 sex crimes, sexual assault crimes, and those are being investigated still. 1 fraud crime, 2 criminal mischiefs, 0 privacy and communication calls, and we had 6 threats or intimidation calls. 6 suspicious activity calls, 2 disturbance calls. We did 2 welfare checks in the city limits of the town of Stevensville. We collected 1 piece of found property. And then 7 burglar alarms, which is it's a combination of the burglar alarm and 911 hang-up call. We've just combined those. And so that's kind of where we're at with stats. Anybody have any questions as it relates to July stats? Any questions about the Creamery picnic or anything? Go ahead.
I may have missed it, but I noticed that one of our officers is now wearing sergeant stripes.
Yes. Sergeant Kenny Franklin was promoted to sergeant, so doing a good job. He's going to be a real good supervisor. Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
You betcha. Thank you.
I see, Mr. Laster's not here, but his report's in the packet. So moving on to new business, can I get a motion to approve, a Stevensville City Court Prosecutor? Councilmember Parker.
I make a motion to approve Stevensville City Court Prosecutor.
Do I have a second? Councilmember Gray.
I second.
Do we have any discussion by the council? I understand she is here tonight, so if it's okay with the council, if you have any questions, I would ask, your name is Nikki? Kiki. Would you like to come up to the podium? And if the council would you like to ask her any questions?
Did you graduate last year?
No, I'm a lot older than I look.
Councilmember,
Can you just give the town a little bit of background on your qualifications for this position?
Yeah, so I graduated from undergrad in 2015, took a couple of years off, and then graduated from the University of Montana Law School in 2022. I then went on to take the California State Bar because I wasn't sure where I was going to end up right after law school, and then passed the Montana State Bar directly after that. They only offer it twice a year. So I passed that in February of 2023, and then started my job that I currently have at the Valley County Attorney's Office 2 years ago. So I've been there for 2 years, mainly focusing on misdemeanor crimes. I've now taken over and prosecute all of the DUI crimes in Ravalli County, so that's felonies and misdemeanors. So I've got 2 years of experience full-time prosecuting.
Thank you. Any other questions by the council?
No, I was impressed with your resume.
Thank you.
Thank you for stepping up.
Yes, thank you. And I just wanted to add one comment. What she's requesting for pay is the same as the current prosecutor. Councilmember Bar-
I mean, my question is that she was the same pay as what the other was.
No further questions by the council? I'll open it up to the public. Any questions? Seeing none, Janelle, could you please?
Can I make a quick addition to this? So your guys' approval of Kiki this evening will then lead to the mayor and Gina presenting her contract to her, which then she'll have time to review, and we'll bring that back at the August 28th meeting for final approval, with hopes of a start date September 1st.
Yeah.
Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, so I've spoken to Mr. Fulbright about this as well, who's obviously the county attorney, and I do plan on keeping my full-time job there and just doing this on the side. I've spoken to him about when court hearings are. It's my understanding it's about twice a month during the day for about an hour, so he said I can take off from there, come up here, and then have that, so no problem.
So make sure you guys understood that. We will come back to you guys at the next council meeting.
Thank you, Janelle, for that. Is the council ready to, Janelle, could you please take the vote?
Yes. Councilor Barker? Aye. Councilor Bragg? Aye. Councilor Smith?
Aye.
And Councilor Brown?
Aye. Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve resolution number 572, resolution establishing the mill levies for town of Stevensville for the Montana fiscal year of 2025 through 2026? Councilmember Barker.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 572, resolution establishing mills levies for the town of Stevensville, Montana fiscal year of 2025 through 2026.
Can I have a second?
A second.
Councilmember Smith, thank you. Is there any questions by the council? Councilmember Smith.
I see that in our resolution here, that the mill levies and all for 95.17 mills should factor out to around 380,809. Could I ask, what was the 2025? Does anyone remember what that was?
I have to pull that resolution. I have it right here.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it for you. I'm sorry, I don't have it right with me right now.
Give me just a second.
I believe it was longer than that.
It was longer than that. I don't remember
I think it was 390.
what the
If
total
I wasn't
was.
mistaken, around 390.
I believe it was lower, or this one is lower than last year's, but I don't remember. It's right in like,
So previous year's mills valued at $369,522, and there were 72.67 mills.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Do we have any further questions? Do we have any questions from the public?
Oh, yes, I have one.
Oh, sorry.
Do we have an estimate like this would raise the average house property tax to?
No.
Well, I can almost figure it. Right.
Are you, okay, good.
Yeah.
Is there any comments from the public on the resolution 572?
Are the mills less this next year than what it was last year then?
Mills are more this year.
They're more
They're
this year,
less.
okay.
I can repeat that number for you.
Less value, but more mills?
Right. So previous year, 369,522, and that was for 72.67 mils. This year's 380,809, 95.17 mils. So they are less. You're right on the money.
So why are we asking for less mills?
We're not.
So
Asking for
mills,
more mills than there are less value.
Yeah.
And less value.
So our town is depreciating, we're not as valuable.
Janelle, could you please take the vote?
Yes, you can. Councilmember Barker? Aye. Councilmember Bragg? Aye. Councilmember Smith?
Aye.
And Councilmember Brown?
No. Moving on, board reports. Councilmember Barker?
The Planning and Zoning Board met last night. We were given an update from the results of the community growth policy. There were a total of 146 responses, which as a board, we felt that this was a pretty good number right now, considering that this was our first survey that was ever put out to the public. We are also putting together an open house with a tentative date of October 22nd. The place and time have yet to be determined at this date. This will give folks the opportunity to ask questions about the growth policy, see the updates of what the board is working on, as well as another opportunity to fill out the community growth policy questionnaire survey if they have missed it from the first time, as well as ask for more questions. Our next Planning and Zoning Board meeting is scheduled for September 10th. We will be working on goals and objectives with the possibility of having a couple of special guests there to help us with some of our growth policy questions. We encourage to ask the public to attend these meetings, as this is open for who all wants to see the growth policy come together. Meeting again September 10th at 5 p.m. We did have one public member or community member last night attend. So it was really nice that she came and she was able to ask some questions, but it'd be nice to see more come and be a little bit more involved and see what we're doing as a planning and zoning board.
Thank you. Councilmember Smith?
Since Brian wasn't here to give his airport report, I'll go ahead and give it, and it's in your packet, but I'll go ahead and read it to get it on the record. And I have one little added. Regarding maintenance, there was one broken taxi light was discovered, parts are ordered, and I understand it's going to be coming in the next couple of days. Second of 3 annual AWAS inspections took place Tuesday. And as we were aware, they did receive the FAA grant offer letter for the fuel tank. As soon as those funds are released, well, that can get that tank fabrication going. We have yet to receive our grant offer for the asphalt or maintenance project. Regarding fuel, as of this writing, we've sold 3,500 gallons or $20,000 worth of fuel, and 5,000 gallons were ordered and were delivered on the 8th of August. He also wanted to report that they received all but 5 lease payments for the new fiscal year. And so far, the fire season has been relatively quiet. So the LUA has not been activated this season. And the only other thing I'll add to it is we discussed postage and what have you, and for leases, and we postponed that one, tabled it to the next meeting. We now have new information, so we can go with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any town council comments? Councilmember Parker.
I would just like to say, thank you to all those that put together the Creamery Picnic, the 112th year. It was neat to see the community come together. Did see the fire department, attend to a person that had gone down, very fast response. Thank you, Jeff, for that. And it was handled very well. A lot of public, I don't believe even knew that you guys were even there, so thank you to you guys on that. Cleanup at the park was awesome. I worked that morning, so I wasn't able to help with the cleanup, but I did go down later on in the afternoon. Great job for everybody that came together and put another successful career picnic. So,
Thank you. Any other council comments? The mayor did leave an executive report. I will read it to get it in the minutes. So he would like to first and foremost thank the town council and Council President Brown for chairing this meeting during my MMI retreat meeting review. I distributed community survey flyer questionnaires for the town of Stevensville growth policy to all homeowners and residents of Stevensville from 7/25 to 7/31. On August 5th, he attended a meeting with Eli Malley and Terry Stephen and Gina regarding the SCAD upgrade for the wastewater treatment plant. Jared of Tall Timber Trees Services has started pruning, trimming trimming trees from last year's disasters on 8/6/2025. On 8/8/25, he had a meeting with Greg Overstreet regarding Birdie Farms status update with a second walkthrough inspection on a date to be determined. And that is it for the executive report. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
1 second.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned. Sorry, everybody, I guess I was a little bit more nervous doing this tonight than I should have been.
Oh, yeah.